Andy, same scoreline as Saturday, but I imagine feels very different.
Absolutely feels very different. We walk away from Tranmere on Saturday with a well-deserved point, and sometimes when you score that late, it feels like a win. And the bounce it gives the dressing room was immense. We walk away from it tonight with a totally different emotion, and only ourselves to blame.
Yeah, you bossed the game for long periods. It must feel like a real kick in the teeth not to come away with all the points.
We deserved it because we didn't deal with our one moment. They had the whole game. Just ask the goalkeepers if he made any saves in the game.
Right. It's a frustrating period, but it is about turning the draws into the wins, and that must be the thing that especially grates when you look at it in the context.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to turn the draws into wins, of course, because we're chasing. I spoke on Saturday about having games in hand, but when you've got the games, you've got to take advantage of them. And I was really pleased with loads of aspects of that performance tonight. But ultimately, it comes down to getting 3 points if you want to achieve something come the end of the season.
Tactically matching up against them in the same way was working for very long periods. And Ben Garrett, even though he's got his goal, his all-round play was really good too. Yeah,
it's something I think system-wise, which. And the players are more than happy with and more than capable of doing, and we were totally in charge of the game. We bossed the game, both with the ball and without the ball, and they had no threat throughout the game. We scored a well-worked corner first half, where massive credit to the players for taking responsibility. Because obviously I think you watched Gibbons taking corners in the first half and it looked like he was climbing up step ladder to take it off the side of the pitch. So the players have used the initiative there and changed the corner taker, and a really good header from Ben, and then that gets us in control coming in at half time. And we've had chances then maybe to make it 2-0 and take the game away from them. They obviously chase things by making the substitutions, but you can never switch off, and you can never take for granted that you've got the 3 points until the ref blows the final whistle. And we didn't deal with the one goal kick of the night, I think, where we don't dominate the header. We lose a couple of duels, and the lad puts the ball in the goal.
You talked about the feeling from Saturday giving you a lift. I imagine the feeling from tonight, if anything, it must act as a motivator that it doesn't happen again.
If it doesn't act as a motivator, we're in trouble, aren't we? So, but I'm sick of seeing the ball in our net when the opposition have created hardly anything against us.
That is, again, tough to take, but there are players in there who, Connor Hall in particular, didn't deserve to have a goal against him tonight, because he took the initiative, as you say, he won headers, he stepped out from the back, and when you get performances like that, it's harsh when you don't keep a clean sheet. Harsh
world we live in, isn't it? It's a harsh world we live in, and Connor Hall was fantastic. He was ill Sunday, he wasn't in yesterday. I thought his performance was aggressive, was on the front foot, was winning headers, was good with the ball, and I think he's settled into the football club incredibly well. His performance was good, but I've just said something there. Ultimately, as a defender, you don't get remembered for how well you've played until you see the game out. Forwards can miss a chance.
Does it sting a bit more as you being a centre half as well? Knowing
it's got nothing to do with where I played. That's just the reality of the game, that you have to do your job for 95 minutes, and we didn't, and we got punished for it.
You've changed a couple of things in bringing Jamie Proctor and James Gibbons in. 3-game week, that really important to try and keep things fresh.
I think obviously with Gibbo and Proc, it's about ultimately we're trying to win games of football, but we're also trying to get players back available for 90 minutes. So we're trying to build up their game time up sensibly. It was all pre-planned. I spoke to both players over the weekend, in the lead up to the Tranmere game over the weekend. Spoke to them yesterday about where they thought they were, where they thought they were capable of doing. Gibbo was always planned to come off at half time for 45 minutes. He's obviously had an issue with the hamstrings previously, and I'm not going to put his long-term future at risk by saying to Gibbo, you're going to go out there in 90 minutes and let's hope nothing happens. So pre-planned substitution. Proc was always playing 70 minutes. He's a little bit further ahead because obviously he came on against Northampton and did 45 then against Tranmere on Saturday. So he's a little bit further ahead, but now it's important that they both recover massively, and we have to take the initiative against Stevenage at home on Saturday, and we have to play like we did for long periods today with the ball and for long periods without the ball, but ultimately the outcome and the result have to be dictated by the opposition not scoring a goal.
And obviously, as you say, 2 big games coming up now as well. Stevenage, Harrogate, games that you will look, if you can play as you did tonight and cut out the errors, then you can be optimistic going into those games.
Absolutely, we're optimistic, of course. Well, I think you can see that we're in a good place. This will hurt tonight and it will hurt tomorrow, but we have to come back in on Thursday ready to attack the next game, because we haven't got time to wallow in it. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do as staff. We'll look at the game tonight and tomorrow and look at things we could have done better. So I thought we were very good for a long period of times, but it's about learning, and sometimes the kicks are in a really hurtful place, and that was tonight.